And this young lady, I looked at her like, wow, you're nice, cool. Would you like to have a dance, please? She looked at me and said, sure, I'll dance with you. We had a dance, and I started dating her, and she was called Diane. And I said to her, Diane, I said, can I come to your house and pick you up? Because now I've got a little van. I'm driving a little van, a little Morris 1000 van for the company that I'm working for in refrigeration. And I'll pick you up from your house. And she looked at me and said, no, I think we'll just meet whenever you like. We'll meet at the street corner. And I said, no, I want to come to your house. She looked at me and said, okay. And she wrote her address down. I looked at the address and thought, wow, that's a fancy part of town. I arrived at this house. It had a driveway in and a driveway out, and it was huge. I thought, it can't be right. I stood back and looked at the number again. I ran up to the door and rang the doorbell, and a maid in a maid's outfit opened the door and said, oh, hello, are you Mr. Stephen? Who? Steve. Yeah. Oh, Miss Diane will meet you in the drawing room. The where? The where? The drawing room. Oh, okay. I walked in. There was a grand piano in there, for crying out loud. A grand piano. She was posh. Her mother was a magistrate. Her father had been a general in the army in the Second World War, and now he owned 2 phenomenal businesses. There were 7 bedrooms in the house. She went to a private school. Oh my God, what was she doing with me? I was a backstreet kid. Anyway, I'll tell you what she did with me. She helped me so much. She helped me so much because she helped educate me. What did she do? She said to me, Steve, you're not stupid. Yes, I am. I'm stupid. I've never been any good at school. No, you're not. I'm going to give you my schoolwork and a big dictionary. And when I have homework, I'm going to get you to do the homework too. Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. But I need the dictionary because I'm no good at spelling. That's okay. And write some big words down too, out of the dictionary. Look for them. Oh, okay, I will. You think I'm smart? I know you're smart, Steve. You just had no opportunities. What did your dad want you to do for a living? He wanted me to be a barrow boy at the market, selling fruit. Wow. Well, you're going to be an engineer, Steve, if you carry on keeping on with your refrigeration stuff. You're going to be an engineer one day. Honestly, you will, but you've got to be able to pass the exams, and you've got to be smart. I've got to help you. She took me to the Royal Shakespeare Theatre in Stratford-on-Avon. So I'd only ever been to pantomimes before as a kid, what my aunt had paid for because it was too expensive for my parents to send me there. And pantomimes, English pantomimes, where you can boo the baddie, and it was Richard III, and there he is going, and I shall be a villain. Ah! And I stood up to go, boo, boo, in the middle of the Royal Shakespeare Theatre in Stratford. And my girlfriend grabbed me and pushed me down in the chair and said, shh, stop. You don't do this. Oh, can't you? I thought you could boo the baddies. Unbelievable. Then she introduced me to another friend, an amazing retired professor of history. He was fantastic. He gave me books to read and helped me when I had questions. He was amazing. And then she decided that although I was her bit of rough, that she would go to university and move on with her life. I was devastated. But I knew that even when I was standing on the tracks that day, waiting for a train to come, I remembered what my sister had said, and that anything you do to yourself is a long-term solution to a short-term problem. I got off the tracks and pulled myself together. I went my company sent me to Manchester. And when I was in Manchester, I met all sorts of amazing people because I joined the postgraduate club. I found you could be a member even if you had not been a postgraduate of university. So I would go to the bars and hang out with people like I've hung out with you tonight. Smart people, yeah? Smart guys from the United States who I've hung out with tonight, and all sorts of other places as well. And I learned and listened and listened. And one day I made friends with an incredible guy who was a young architect, and he was called Torben, and he was Danish. Hello, my name is Torben. I am from Denmark. Yeah, and you're 6'4" tall, blonde-haired, blue eyes, and you are now my chick magnet. Right. So a few weeks later, we went to a dance. It was late at night, like 11 o'clock at night, this dance. And I'm stood next to Torben, and all the girls are going, who the hell's he? Ooh, wow. And who's the other dude with him? And that was me. And this girl walks up to me, and she shakes hands with me and says, hello, Steve, hello. I looked at her and I went, oh yeah, I recognize you from college. How you doing, baby? Good to see you. Hi, Diane, good to see you. This is a different Diane. Shake hands with her, and she's looking at Torben while shaking hands with me. Now I know how you feel, girls, when guys aren't looking at your eyes, you know, when they shake. 10 seconds later, Torben says, I like the Rolling Stones. You want to dance to this? Whew. Gone on the dance floor. Then my other friend, I've got another friend that's looks like a first division soccer player. He looked just like a fancy first division soccer player. Looks at this other girl that's there, and she's like 5'2" and built like Twiggy. And he goes, you want to have a dance? Yeah. So I'm now looking at this fabulous girl called Linda. And she stands there and looks at me and goes, well, the others are having fun. Come on, let's have a dance. Okay. So I dance with her, and I find out she's a school teacher with a master's degree in mathematics. Woo! And she is gorgeous. So at the end of the night, I said to her, well, I've had a lovely time. She said, yes, I've had a lovely time. I said, you girls are leaving now, aren't you? And they said, yes, we all arrive together and we all leave together. Those are our rules. We're all catching a taxi home. I said, can I have your phone number, please, Linda? And she said to me, I can't give it you. I am engaged. I said, no. You just out with the girls? She said, yes, they're not engaged, but I am. I said, how long have you been engaged for? And one of her friends pokes her and says, yes, go on, tell Steve, how long have you been engaged for? She said, 3 years. I said, is he crazy? You are gorgeous. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? You're beautiful and you're smart. If I was engaged to you, I'd be married to you in 3 months. Ha! She looks at me and says, you're full of BS, and leaves. A week later, Torben phones me and says, Steve, get over there. Her fiancé was being mean to her at a party. And she said, I met a guy the other day who wouldn't make me wait 3 years to get married. He'd marry me in 3 months. And the fiancé said, why don't you marry him then? Off came the ring. I turned up. I found out she lived with a mother who was a widow. I turned up with a bunch of red roses. Her mother said, there's a man at the door. All men are illegitimate right now. That's not quite what she said. Linda came down the stairs and said, why are you here, Stephen? I said, I brought roses for you because I figure that you're sad. She said, that's very kind of you. I said, here you go. And then I left. I came back the next night with another bunch. She said, you're going to be broke by the end of the week. I didn't tell her that I was already broke. 2 bunches, I was broke. I dated my lovely girl for 6 months. On the 16th of September, I knelt down in the park and asked her to marry me. We were married on the 16th of December. 3 months. We have been married for 41 years. She is the smartest friend I've ever had. Make smart people your friends. Thank you.